Obviously, redshirting's on the table for both of them. No final decisions have been made, but it's tough. It puts you in a tough situation. You play Bryce in a game like this for 3 minutes, it burns a year of eligibility. I wish, I wish it was easier. I wish there was, a set number of games you could play a guy like they have in football. I think that would make a lot of sense, for some of these kids, but we don't. So I can only operate with the rules that we currently have, because I want Bryce to have the best college basketball career, the most options in his college basketball career long term, whatever that looks like. And I just feel like, throwing, a kid with a lot of potential that's developing, he or Mobile, a few garbage minutes. It might feel good now, but potentially, down the line, it could be, something you regret.
Bryce James looks like his dad, even has some of the same mannerisms, and he only has to be a fraction as good as his dad to be a pretty good player.
A few moments later.
I'm just disappointed in Arizona didn't take care of business early, because Bryce James supposed to play this.
You sure? You don't think
Nash, you know this.
Yeah.
Watching. There's a steal. There goes Bryce James the other way. Splits the defense.
They won't let you remember.
Sorry.
You thought Bronny was bad? Oh, you haven't seen anything yet? Because right now, at this very moment, Bryce James is sitting on the bench at Arizona watching his team blow out opponents by 35 points. And he still can't get on the floor. Not even in garbage time. Not even for 3 minutes. And when the coach was asked why, the answer made everything so much worse. This isn't just about basketball anymore. This is a family legacy cracking in real time, and LeBron can't do a thing. To stop it, Arizona was supposed to be Bryce's fresh start at chance to prove he wasn't just writing his last name. A top 25 program rolled out the red carpet for LeBron's youngest son. They knew what they were getting. A 3-star recruit ranked 289th in the country. Not elite, but 2 million Instagram followers and 700,000 on TikTok. The kid was a brand. When Bryce showed up to the Duke game back in November, it went viral instantly. Arizona wasn't just recruiting a player, they were recruiting jersey sales. But attention is a spotlight, and that spotlight exposes everything. 3 games in, Arizona is undefeated. They blow out Northern Arizona 84-49, the kind of game where coaches empty the bench, everyone gets to play. Except Bryce. Not a single second. So head coach Tommy Lloyd finally addressed the elephant in the gym. He said redshirting is on the table. Translation: Bryce isn't ready. Playing him even 3 minutes would burn an entire year of eligibility. Real translation: we need to protect this kid from the world seeing he's not built for this level yet.
Just disappointed in Arizona didn't take care of business early, because Bryce James supposed to play this. You owe
sure?
that.
You don't think
Nash, you know this.
Yeah.
They're a young team.
Yeah.
So they didn't take care of business in the first half. They were only up 7.
Correct.
But your players that are starting and getting the big minutes, Coach, you know this.
Oh, yeah.
You owe those guys at the
That's
end of the
right.
bench to take care of business, to get them in the game
So
on
is that
national
the
TV.
motivation after this? Like, we need to take care so that your teammates can get in the game.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. These guys work hard all week long in practice, and they know, hey, there aren't a lot of games on Arizona's schedule. They're going to be up 20 late. This was one of them. But the guys got in. A lot of guys got some time.
They did.
Arizona
They did.
built that.
Arizona is battling UCLA and UConn with legit NBA prospects. And Bryce James can't crack the rotation in a 35-point blowout. Speaking of struggling, let's talk about Bronny. Bronny James is averaging 2.1 points per game with the Lakers. He's shooting 29.6% from the field, less than 1 rebound a game. You gotta start against the Bucks because the Lakers simply needed Bodies. He scored 5 points and the internet celebrated like he won finals MVP. That's how low the bar is. Now, he averaged just 4.8 points at USC, barely made an impact. The Lakers used their 55th pick on him anyway. He made the roster and became part of the NBA's first father-son duo. Great moment, great marketing. But after the cameras shut off, reality hit hard. Rich Paul reportedly warned other teams not to draft Bronny or he'd play overseas. The Lakers were the only safe destination. Then came November 6th, the night everyone remembers. Lakers versus Spurs. Wembanyama catches the ball, pump fakes, takes one dribble, and detonates right over Bronny. The NBA posts the clip in slow motion with the caption, "You ever seen an alien fly?" It went nuclear. That dunk wasn't just a highlight, it was a statement about the gap between hype and reality. Here's something wild. Marcus Jordanese, Michael Jordan's son, averaged more points in college than Bronny and Bryce combined. But nobody talks about him because he stayed in his lane, he earned his minutes. He didn't try to force his way into the NBA before he was ready. Meanwhile, LeBron is watching both of his sons struggle in situations they were not prepared for. The Compari and Anthony, Carmelo's son, just dropped 15 points in his Syracuse debut. Not a top 10 recruit, not overhyped, just a solid player who developed at his own pace. Carmelo didn't live through him. He taught him, he let him grow. And now Syracuse fans love him because he's producing, not because of his last name. Bryce came to Arizona behind legit 5-stars, like Braden Burr and KJ Lewis. These guys earned their spots through performance, not followers. Arizona is trying to win the Big 12. They don't have room for charity minutes. That's why Tommy Lloyd made the tough call. Redshirt Bryce. Right move. Probably. Embarrassing? Absolutely. Imagine what Bryce feels. He committed with cameras in his face. He showed up ready to prove himself. And reality punched him in the mouth on day one. He can't get minutes against low-level opponents, not even in exhibition games. LeBron unintentionally created this. Every post, every quote, every highlight. It built pressure. It built expectations. And now, the spotlight is brighter than ever, while both sons are struggling. The reality Bronny could have gone to a mid-major and been a star. Bryce could have played immediately at a smaller school. But LeBron wanted bright lights. USC, Arizona, national platforms. And in chasing the spotlight, he set them up for public failure. These kids have everything: trainers, NBA facilities, chefs, pro coaching, unlimited resources. But talent cannot be manufactured. Arizona has massive games coming up: CLA, UConn, national TV. Bryce isn't playing in any of them. The red shirt protects him, but it's also an admission. Arizona recruited the name, not the player. LeBron is one of the greatest ever. But greatness doesn't pass through DNA. Expectations didn't. They crushed both boys. If their last name wasn't James, nobody would care. Bronny would be in the G League, Bryce would be a normal freshman learning the game. But because their name is James, every mistake becomes a headline. LeBron is 40, still dropping 23 a night, and he's watching his sons fight battles he unintentionally created. Wanting greatness for your kids is one thing. Forcing them into it is another. Carmelo handled it differently, and Keon is thriving because of it. The final VRDICT Bryce is staring at a long year of practice with no games. Maybe he comes back stronger. Maybe this proves he was never meant for this level. Bronny is in the NBA, but barely. He gets dunked on. He shoots under 30%. He works hard, but effort doesn't guarantee NBA success. So here we are, two brothers, two public struggles, one last name carrying impossible expectations. Is Bryce worse off than Bronny? Bronny reached the NBA. Bryce can't reach the court. Maybe that's the lesson. You can have all the money, influence, trainers, and access. In the world, you can't force greatness on your kids. Bronny and Bryce aren't LeBron, not even close. And pretending otherwise hasn't helped anyone. What do you think? Is Bryce redshirting the whole year? Is he really worse off than Bronny? Do either of them have real NBA futures? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like button if this opened your eyes. Subscribe because this story is far from over. Sometimes reality hits harder than any defender ever could.